What's up, everyone? Welcome to this day in Philly sports history for October 14th, 2022. It is Phillies playoff day, first Phillies home playoff game in 11 years. So we are pumped for that. Aaron Nola takes the mound today. It's at 2:30. I don't know where that came from, but it is what it is, I guess. And I hate to throw it out there as it's a guarantee, but I don't think there's any way they lose that game with that crowd and Nola on the mound. I don't know what's going to happen in the next two games, but we'll see. But I don't see them losing today. I can't see it. So it also is Eagles Dallas week. So be sure to check out the latest Back to the Future that dropped earlier in the week. We take a deep dive into that rivalry. I had my brother on. We went through some of the top moments of the rivalry from the Eagles' perspective. We talked a little bit about the origins of the rivalry, why it's so intense. Definitely worth a listen. So go wherever you get your podcasts if you haven't already and give it a listen. Because it is a big week for the Eagles, we are going to go Eagles today and go back to 1979. And on this day in 1979, the Eagles won 24-20 over the St. Louis Cardinals. Yes, at one point the Cardinals or the town of St. Louis had both teams, NFL and Major League Baseball, with the same nickname. It's how I grew up for the first 10 years of my life. I knew St. Louis has the Cardinals, but the win put the Eagles improved their record to 6-1. It was their fifth straight win in a row. A couple key things from this game and this season. Harold Carmichael caught 3 passes for 35 yards and a touchdown, but it extended his consecutive games with a reception streak to 103, which was too shy of the record. Eventually, he would go on to 127 straight games with a reception before he was held without a catch. For those of you who are wondering, Jerry Rice currently holds the record of 274. I believe the only other 2 players to go over 200 yards were Larry Fitzgerald and Tony Gonzalez. But I'm not 100% sure on that. But I know Fitzgerald went over. I also think Tony Gonzalez went over. So not a bad way to end, or not a bad player, I should say, to end your streak to for Harold, but that was an important thing. That season, the Eagles would go on to finish 11-5, which was tied with the Cowboys for first place in the division. But due to the division record tiebreaker, the NFL gets really detailed with its tiebreakers. The Cowboys won the division, the Eagles won the wild card. They did win their first playoff game, the wild card round, against the Bears, which was the first playoff win since the 1960 season. So this was the next step in Dick Vermeil's evolution of taking them to the Super Bowl. We know, and here's the Dallas tie. The next year, they would go on to win the division and play the Cowboys in the NFC Championship game and win to go to the Super Bowl. So this day in 1979, the Eagles beat the Cardinals, the St. Louis Cardinals, 24-20 to move to 6-1. Harold Carmichael extended his streak to 103 consecutive games with a catch. Again, I think the Phils win today. I'll get more into the Eagles this weekend, but definitely go and give that pod a listen. Like and subscribe, do all the things. YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Jimbo_Mott. Let me know if you're having any issues with that. I know a couple people have mentioned to me that sometimes this pod is a little bit delayed. If you can, go to Spotify or click the link on one of my social media pages. You can get there faster. Apparently, Apple, it's a known issue with how they upload everything. So everybody that's had issues with the timing of it has been trying to access through Apple. So Apple, for whatever reason, not to get too technical, because I don't even understand it, but they only update their refresh or whatever once a day. So best bet is to go to Spotify or click the link on any of my social media. But let's go, Phils. It is Friday. Go have yourself a day. And until next time, I'll see you when I see you.